Yeah, I get that. You know, it's I do. I like how Liu Kang's coming along. They're like a good middle ground between like a druid trope and something unique. But I have a question.
Do you understand this okay? Because it's going to be used a lot. Cool. That's fine. Because it's supposed to be. Well.
He's not a fast speaker. It's gonna be fine. What? Yeah. Yeah, no. That's. I don't even look at that half the time. That's just where they do their dice rolls and shit. It is not for them. I mean, some people might care about that, but I don't. Yeah, it's hard to remember all the shit you get when you get shit piling up. I really got to stop giving you guys so much shit.
The video is ready.
I had to get Chovio's voice set up first because I have a feeling someone's going to speak to him. Yeah, just call it a hunch. Yeah, I you just D&D C3PO. I love him so much. Just drinking his magic oil, living his life. Dude, I had a debate with him as him earlier with this new character that we made. Hold on, I want to find her image. I wanted to show you. Fucking I wanted to show everybody, but I wanted to add it. She's gonna come up. She's 100% gonna come up. She's fucking awesome. She gave me like one of the coolest debates I've had yet with Chovio. Like I even like I told Hanami, I'm like, this is the best one we've ever done. There. I sent her to Androslin Photography. Uh-huh. She's like witchy vampire bitch that just in like the way she talks to Hanami is just, hey Johnny, you're in time for D&D. Tonight's gonna be wild too. Truth is not a blade, it is a key. Oh yeah, she's awesome. Dude, you should hear how she was talking to our boy Chovio though. Like, it's crazy. I need to post it. I wrote a scene, or do you remember who Elsevic is? That's fine. It's going to come up later. But no, that's Emmerich. Elsevic is the first blank. And in a weird, obscure way, your mom. Yeah, because your dad says she's out there. So why did I bring up Elsevic? Why did I bring her up? Oh, I did a scene earlier of Elsevic and like the man that like wants her but can't have her. And like the first time he ever like in his way confessed that he had feelings for her, because like that's Petra's like, and like he rolls up and the first thing she says is, "You've been staring at me for 17 minutes." And I was like, imagine being called out to that degree of precision. But so Elsevic, another thing why I brought it up, and another reason is I'm gonna lose it. You made Johnny wait. Well, one's not going to be. And the other one's probably gonna be late. Yeah, they said that. They said they gotta hang out with a homie today. It is D&D day, Rex. What up, what up? And it's a doozy of a day. It's gonna be fun. I gotta get the music going. No, nobody's going to die. I don't think. It would be hard to do. It would be hard to do. All right, but do we know the ETA of the new player? So should we wait? How long's a little while? I mean, we typically go till like 9 to 10, so that's fine. They can be late. As long as they got their character together and shit. That's fine. Trying to fuck my characters. Reika joins the call. He looks at the Androslin photography and he just goes, "Who is this hottie? They're trying to fuck my character, baby." Huh? Hanami made some choices with this artwork, by the way. There's so much detail here. The thing with I'm so glad the dagger's in the picture, because the whole time she was debating with Chovia, like whenever she like puts the dagger down, she's serious. Like otherwise she's sitting there playing with it and just fucking, it was a good time. Yeah. Oh yeah. You should, Blues. I'm gonna have to post it later. Wait till you guys. I had like the coolest debate with her earlier about Fuck. Hold on. She asked me. It was so good. Fucking. She asked me about something, and I was like, "Well, that's way too basic. You definitely need to change how you think about this." And Chovio and her like were gonna be nemesis, and then they ended up like respecting the shit out of each other by the end of it. Ooh, another Warforged. I love Warforged. I need a pain pill. My arm hurts. What? Dr. Harrow's a Warforged. No. Oh, yeah, I don't remember them. So, what do we remember? Johnny says Tavern was completely different. Ah! Oh, that part makes it so much better. The fact that Blues wasn't there for any of dinner. Well, Reika did kill dinner. All right. So, you see, everybody's going about. You see, various waitresses going around handing out drinks, and you see that they all look the same, and there's 5 of them. What was that, Blues? Maybe you should ask someone. Weren't they? I don't know what you're talking about. One of them walks up to Chobio, hands him and refills his mug, which usually doesn't empty. Blues, you would know that. because of you debating with Chobio before. So she has to actually come over and pour Chobio's like stein. It takes longer than you'd think it would to fill it, but like she still has to fill it, and then she just walks off without saying a word. uh, that's just a waitress. uh, Dinner is actually sitting on top of Reika. If Reika moves, it's just going to follow and continue to do that. um uh Liu Kane, one of the waitresses walk up to you and offer you a mug of a bright orange liquid. You see a crack form in their face in like a question mark, like how your text would, and then the crack like refills itself and they just walk away. Johnny, it's so funny that she said that because that was part of my inspiration for this tavern. You're gonna summon your snake. Your snake summons like usual. Oh no, it did. Yep. No. Okay, hold on. Reiko, what are you doing? Roll insight. I have to change. A 4? Yeah. Well, I guess that's not gonna help you very much. Um while you're walking around, you you just start like you don't even notice it's happening, but like you're taking a step through one threshold and coming out in another on the other side of the tavern. Almost like the tavern's trying to adapt to you like it used to. But Reika isn't noticing it at all. But if anyone's looking at Reika, they would see them just like blink away at one moment, just to appear walking somewhere else, like without missing a step. You know, you don't notice Reika.
Gonna try to can green beans tomorrow. How long do you think it's gonna be before she gives her entire family boshes?
Canned green beans. That's apparently my neighbor's gonna can green beans, and my wife's wondering how long before she gets her family sick.
Well, I was like, you have to blanch them. She was like, what does that even mean? I'm like, you need to at least watch the TikTok.
Oh yeah. Blues, you go to find Reika, and you right before you catch up to him in dinner, Reika like disappears through a threshold, and you see Dinner was like following behind him. Dinner looks around, disappears for a second, and appears right back on top of Reika. Wait, Blues, did you follow through the did you try and follow Reika? Or did you turn around and go to where they are? You teleported. No. You're under Dinner. You're under Dinner. No. Blues. You step forward and your foot sinks several inches into snow. You see the snow before you feel the cold. The transition is so immediate, your mind rejects it for half a second. One step carried the dull creak of floorboards and the sounds of the tavern in the air. The next, you're in a frozen wasteland beneath screaming wind. Thank you, Blues. I have to. Okay, I have to bring an image in. Ignore the figure at the front of this image. I'm gonna get it to go away. This is what you see. Each one is carefully sculpted out of snow and ice. As you should be, probably. What does Blues do? You go to turn back and you just see an endless expanse of snow and ice. Okay. Let me see. What we got here? The structure rises from the blizzard like the corpse of a kingdom, frozen stand in towering black walls. Hold on. Like the corpse of a kingdom frozen in place. Towering black walls curl around a central keep, half collapsed beneath the weight of centuries of ice. Crimson banners hang stiff and unmoving from shattered battlements. Entire section of the outer walls have caved inward, leaving jagged wounds in the architecture where snow pours endlessly into dark interior hollows. And yet, the gates stand open, not ruined open, waiting open. A long bridge cuts through the snow toward the entrance, its stones barely visible beneath frost and dripping ice. Statues line the path in uneven intervals, many toppled, others eroded smooth by time and storm alike. One still has a face. Blue. The statue is not facing the castle, it is facing away from it, as if whoever carved it believed the truly important thing was escape. And then at the top of the tower, you see a lone light, which is supposed to be like a whole ass tower here, but whatever. What was it? Okay. So are you stealthing and moving forward, or are you stealthing to get a feeling of your surroundings? So you hide and you feel like you get this sense of security when you're hiding. Like it's one thing that like when your fear mask is out, when you hide, it helps you tolerate it better. Yeah.
Why are you hiding, child?
The voice drifts across the snow softly, not from one direction, but from everywhere the storm touches.
I know you are there. You stepped into my home with the care of someone expecting it to bite. I remember moving that way.
um your blues huddled in a corner, and then around it you just see a mask of wonder float around a corner, and then behind it you see a man. He looks down at you. he looks down he looks down at you with all of them, and that's fine. And as shortly after, he just goes,
Hold on, where'd it go? You do not need to fear me, but I suspect fear has kept you alive for a long time. You may come forward, but if people remain hidden, it changes very little.
he just turns around and is gone, like that wasn't actually him. Okay. Fair. Yeah. They were actually like all of if you, as you look at the statues, you notice that all of them or almost all of them are of what appears to be the same person. Similar, yes. 1 second. Hold. You take a moment to think. Liu Kane and Reika, you notice that Blues is gone. Reika might not care, but Liu Kane, you notice that Blues is gone. Roll perception. Johnny's here. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So Liu Kane, you notice that Blues is gone, and then you notice that you see out the window snow. And you go and look over, and outside you just see this wasteland, and you see Blues and the figure in front of him. And then you see Blues. Blues, are you going to be walking towards the tower by any chance? Okay. Well, then you see Blues like tucking his dagger into like his sleeve and walking up to the tower ready. All good. Reika, while you're wandering around, you probably would also at some point glance back out a window and notice that the scenery has changed. You might not care that Blues is out there. Yeah. Well, no, last time you looked out it was Barry with his fake leg. You find a door. Okay, yes, I understand that. Reika, I need you to make a wisdom save. All right, so you just barely managed to avoid any kind of damage as you open the door and look through it and just see an endless array of you looking through a door into a black pit. Just like a kaleidoscope of just you doing that. Thanks. Appreciate it. Sorry, I got it. By the way, not that anybody's asked, but Garuk is just over in the corner still, just looking at his hand. Even love you. Okay. Anyway, Blues. All right. Or Reika, were you still doing a thing? Sorry. Okay, Liu Kang. Yeah, that's right. Uh, okay. Oh shit. You jump through the window, you feel the windows shatter against you, and you feel the glass even cut into the shoulders of this like your sporeback form. And then you're standing in front of the unbroken window again. Sorry. What did you heard? How can you join this? We just filled up the 2 slots we were missing. I'm so sorry. I was saying bye to my wife and shit. You're gonna have to repeat the last thing you said. Wolfie. Yeah. What was the last thing you said? Sorry. Oh, 30 feet range. I it I'd say it half works. Yeah, like you get every other word. Like that's fantastic. I love it. I was like, I have a voice that does that somewhere. Okay, we got this. This is the first time you've ever had a half connection too. You hear a bark in the distance. That's got to be worse than actual howling. Like somebody cut off mid yodel or something. All right. Blues, are you going into the tower though? Uh, the massive doors groan open just enough for Blues to sip through. The sound disappears upward into darkness. The throne room beyond is enormous, not merely large, built with the kind of scale meant to make a person feel small for entering it. The room is ruined, but not abandoned. A long carpet stretches through the center of the hall toward a throne carved from dark stone and pale crystal. Portions of it are fractured apart, jagged cracks spiderwebbing through the structure like frozen lightning. And seated there, still as winter itself, is the man from before. At first glance, you almost mistook him for a statue. He's yeah, thin and ancient, wrapped in layered robes the color of old ash and faded gold. One arm rests against the throne while the other hangs loosely at his side. Snow is gathered across portions of the throne steps around him, untouched. As though nothing has approached closely enough to disturb it in a very long time. It's not blood. It's I think the color for the carpet just bled out into the snow or some shit.
Yeah. You already come farther than most. Ah, jokes tied to fear, huh? You could you on Jeep trauma away. Hey,
He there's one of the statues, like the carved statues next to him, but this one is like the most detailed and made out of like straight ice. Like he this one has time. And like he just like he weirdly caresses it for a moment. Yeah, he's definitely moving. Actually, funny enough, Blues, you blink and then he suddenly like inches from your face. Each one of his mask is floating around him, and like they're each like taking turns like disappearing from where they are, becoming a space, going back, coming back, going back. Um, Go ahead. Yep. Oh, Oh, by the way, Inside of 15 is good. Give me 1 second. Liu Kane, you hear and see all of this as if you're like 10 feet behind Blues. Like third person over the shoulder. Like you look through the window and that's what, like the window is like a screen and you just see what's happening on the other side. Very much like, did you ever see Dreamcatcher? Oh, damn. It would have been really good if you had. Okay, anyway, it's just, I like to shout out what gives me inspiration sometimes. Dreamcatcher's my favorite Stephen King movie. I mean, I technically. All right, so look, he's not like your dad unless you would count like Adam as your dad. You know what I mean? He was the first. This is Tarcevic. Me? Yeah, that's okay. I am too. Yes, because he appeared before you at one point, and then you learned about him.
Okay.
His anger mash flashes for longer than the others before they like start cycling all of them again.
He just goes, apologize, never apologize. It appears to be all you know now. Yes, but do you actually know fear?
um, as soon as he finishes the word fear, you suddenly lose your sight. and and it just comes back and he's gone he's back on his throne.
Boy.
Isn't that the title on your book now? So oh no, Blues. You just you just accidentally triggered something in my brain that I hadn't even thought of. Then you're not gonna die. You need to make a charisma save. Is there a charisma save? I thought so. It just doesn't come up often, so I questioned it. Okay. So you're not going to be. So the crazy thing is you feel this intense rage when you pull this book out, and like as soon as he sees it, he's going to attempt to pull it out of your hand.
Of course, he got to you first.
And he just lights the book on fire. You gotta be careful. I told you to be careful with that book. Except for Dad. Every single one of his masks is showing anger at this moment. And then they all flash back to their original emotions, and he like kind of shakes his head, like not like shakes off the emotion.
Trust me, if that meddling bird didn't want you to have that book, you wouldn't.
Do you say that or think that, Blues? Okay. You think that, and he just rage again.
I hated him. he asks why, and he just looks at the like intricately carved statue beside him and just like touches it softly again. Oh, Luke Kane. It is. It is indeed. But for extra things, roll perception. Yeah. Yeah, because you're watching. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. That's not bad. So you notice that this like each of the statues have varying degrees of like having features on their face and being blank.
But you also see what looks like wings made of ice and like half broken avian statues everywhere. Hey, you see, there's actually one like directly next to, like on the opposite side of his throne that looks like it was recently made and destroyed. So I don't know if you know what your mom looks like specifically, but you do know that you do now notice that a lot of these are depicting a blank, and you notice that Tarsovic, like although his face appears to be like a blank, it's not, it doesn't have the same like way that you guys do it. Like he's trying to emulate it, but it's not quite right. Actually, yeah, more or less. Oh yeah, that the if you can come up with something I ain't thought of to try and get there, then you can get there. But like just jumping through the window, that ain't gonna do it. Well, anyway, Blues, what were you gonna say again? Sorry, Lucane. Well, he thought so at least.
I've been here alone since he took her away. I mean, yeah, still, we were all together. We were traveling. And now I'm here alone. And I'm assuming together. They kept traveling without me. I'd have to find her first. The tower is a massive place, and Drosla has barely begun to show you even a peek at what it can do.
Oh, as soon as he starts talking, like when he talks about Androsla, you see like a mask of wonder like take his face, and it's just stuck there for longer than any other emotion has lingered. Oh no. You did not just tell this man where to find Pitcher. No,
It may be your second floor. My second floor was long ago and something entirely different. It, I can try.
Oh, you hand the map of floor 3 to him? Yeah, and what are you giving him that for again? Sorry. Says putting a hit out on your dad, Luke Cage. He takes the map out, like he reaches his hand and like snatches from the air, and you notice the page just like gone from your hand and into his, because like he's still across the room from you right now. So like the page is just like he snatches, and like it's like the paper just listen to him. And he without saying like anything, he just like balls it up and tucks it into like a pocket in his robe. And then he just goes,
Well, that'll certainly be a fun endeavor for later. But first,
and then he's going to put on both a fear and an anger mask. Come up directly in front of Blues, and he's going to like reach for your face. That's a decision that Blues would have to make. So are you just going to try and evade, or are you going to try and attack? All right. That's gonna be do dexterity save. Just do a dexterity save. Sorry. Yeah. Of course it's a 25. So you like flip out of the way, and as you do, you feel like a slight like magical pull between like his hand and your mask right before you pull away. Doesn't hurt, but you felt like
well, I'm hoping you see the truth that you can't find out on your own. No, that's not how this works. You're not ready, by the way. He's right, you know. The tower's a liar. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can do it twice.
his like he just has a mask of like curiosity on his face. He's just smiling at you, like just crooked ass, like curious smile.
Doesn't it? Okay. It looks like I just happened to look in the wrong spot for you. I'm saying that It needs broken.
And you see cracks form on Tarsabek's face and this slight like red like energy seeping out of them. Roll insight. Just like it's not a high roll, but I just to make you roll for it. Okay. It looks a lot like a breaker. Who? Tarsavik stands and goes,
If you won't willingly accept my help,
and like all of his mask like lock onto you, like they were all floating around in free form and they all just like boom, like lock eyes. And then they all turn to anger. Yes.
it will have to force the change out of you.
Now you can roll initiative. You better hope that you get to go first. What is that? Oh, there we go. I was up higher. I was like, why did it roll 2d10? That's not what I clicked on. All right, yeah, you get to go first. You get to go first. Oh shit, why did TikTok stop itself? Hold on. That's shitty. I don't know why that happened. Hey, I'm so sorry, TikTok. I don't know what happened. It just like ended itself. I hate it when it does that. It hasn't done that in a while. I got too comfortable apparently. Oh, dude, so many statues of your mom. Dude, I really hope that I can properly convey the story I have written for your mom. It's like it's gorgeous on paper, but I just have to get it to you the right way, or else it's just not gonna work. Mm. No. That totally hits. You your arrow gets launched. You need to do damage, whatever damage applies to Tarsavik, but not to the statue. Okay, that's fine. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. Actually, yeah, this might be the moment. It's gonna be. I'm not going to lie. I had not intended for this to be a combat at all. I don't know why I made you roll initiative because like you shoot this man's statue, right? You see the damage bounce. By the way, how does your like what does the damage bouncing to him look like? Do you have a way to flavor that? Or okay. He takes the damage, doesn't even flinch. His mask that was anger shifts. It is now just pure rage. And he looks at you, smiles, disappears, is standing before you.
He goes, no, that won't do. That's the wrong emotion for this moment.
And he changes your anger mask back to fear. And then he proceeds to grab your mask. What is Blue's immediate reaction? Yeah, I know, but I have to ask. You might be frozen in fear. To dexterity. So you try and like flip out the way like you did last time. He just goes,
That's not gonna work on me twice.
and as you land, he's just waiting there and his hand makes contact with your mask. And he pulls it off. Blues, I need you to make a wisdom save real fast. You're not gonna die. Blues, you feel your fear hit the highest peak it ever has before every ounce of fear is ripped out of you in a moment. And then it all comes flooding back. And you open your eyes and you see that you are alone. Or not alone. Sorry. I don't know why I said alone. Yeah, but you open your eyes again and you are inside the tavern. With a fear mask floating beside you. And so it's not as strong because it was forced, but you have a mastery over your fear mask now. And so I know, but like, so my thought process is well, it's not necessarily that. It's if you would have counterattacked him when he went for the grab. Like, because I was thinking like the best way to master your fear is pushing through it kind of deal. But like the way he did it is he's going to make you shit your pants. But hold on. I remember what I did. Okay, Blues, are you ready? This ability has an active and passive effect. The permanent passive effect is you have the ability to sense fear. In anyone. Not like how much necessarily. Like there might be times where you get like an overwhelming like this person, but like you can to a varying degree. It depends on how well you know somebody too. But we'll make that come into play as needed. The active effect. Hey Bandit, thanks for the likes, we appreciate you. The active effect is if you sense fear in somebody and probe into it, you can find out potentially what their greatest fear is. But by doing so, you experience it, and like it's gonna have an effect on you as well. It's I'm probably not gonna forget this. Is one of my favorite things. And it's one of the first things Shiverkin related that Blues has had no part in orchestrating. Oh, by the way, Blues, while you're trying to get Notepad to load, I just want to let you know you do hear an echo in your mind.
Hey, hopefully you don't need me for the next one.
Okay. I know your other effects are still there. You didn't lose your mask. It is so it's more, yeah, it's so D&D typically goes till like 10, give or take. Let's say, well, if you think back when I didn't maybe describe it as well, but when Tarsabik's mask, like when he wasn't actively displaying an emotion, they were constantly like floating around him and shifting into being the active one and going back to where they were, and like just passively, almost seamlessly. Like some of them were overlapping and they didn't care. Like I'd probably say keep it about 30 feet. just because otherwise you would probably be overwhelmed most places. Like in the tavern, you might be a little like it's gonna take a little time for you to get used to the noise. Actually, the first thing you notice inside the tavern again, besides like that the mask is now floating around you, and like it's so weird because it's almost like you can see through it like and through your own eyes. So it's like another perspective, but it's not. Um, but and then you just feel like this tapping on your leg.
Sorry.
And sorry, just like he gives you that like it'll be okay look. Sorry was probably because Sorry was with Liu Kane, so Sorry was probably like sitting on the windowsill, like face pressed to the glass, because like Sorry knows that guy. Oh yeah. You can add that. Well, actually, you should already know. Sorry's part of the Heralds of Heaven, so not officially, but he was like around for a lot of their shit, so kinda, yeah. You know what? I just realized a race that I made that's basically disappeared from this campaign. We haven't seen a Murmurling in a while. um. Anyway, the Scribekin were in the library. So Huskborn will come up probably in a more industrial setting because they're kind of like the janitors of the tower in a way. Like they keep shit running in a sense. I don't know. That's what I pictured when I made them. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in the world of the tower, but it doesn't really have to. Like the tower was probably like, oh, I have all these systems. I need somebody to manage them. And so the Huskborn exist, but they don't really need to. And so yeah, sure. The Warforged are made for like war purposes typically though. Like it's different. Yeah, but I don't like the name Warforged as much. Well, it's actually the Huskborn are made of like a bunch of different pieces too. Like they were supposed to be that. It's crazy. It's because nobody picked them. It's because nobody picked them that they didn't really come up. Like, let's say they'll come up probably when the Lattice Exchange happens. You think you're rich? Wait till you get to the Lattice Exchange. Liu Kane, I feel like actually, thanks for that, Liu Kane. Reika, Liu Kane, and that's it. Because Hero's not here. I need wisdom saves from everybody. Not you, Blues. Everybody but Blues. Not Okay. Now everybody roll a d20 and tell me what you got. Okay, so couple things. First of all, Reika and Lucane, you're fine. Everybody else in the tavern except for Chovio and Arlen are on their knees. No. You feel an immense wave of fear spread throughout the tavern, and you see it's coming from Blues, and you know that it could have very easily have been you on your knees right now, and Reika, that probably would have hurt you a lot. You notice the only people that are absolutely not affected at all are the waitresses. But yes, you know that Blues is there. Yeah. And Lucane, you see Blues and you see his mask floating around him. As soon as you Blues, you're not gonna be able to save on that actually. You're still disoriented. Lucane, you go to tackle Blues. Right before you go to tackle Blues, you see Sorry at his feet. Does it stop Lucane? He's in your path at Lucane or at Blue's legs. Like, actually, I think at this point he's hugging Blue's legs. Oh, we're sorry real fast. And she's definitely feeling fear. She saw you going through shit. Okay, I got the first roll. So first you see Lucane is. Oh wait, are you trying to see Lucane's fear? You have to roll. You have to roll for that. The passive ability lets you detect when people are feeling fear. The active one tells you their fear. No, hold on. No, no, you don't know it's coming in by any means. No. Because I say, picture this, Blues. You have been dealing with your own fear the majority of your time in the tower, from what you can remember. And now you are put in the middle of the essentially the tavern of anxiety where everybody is feeling everybody's fear. You have no idea what's happening around you. Yeah. That's what cuts through the noise is when Sari makes contact with your leg. Like Sari just like you which is very antithetical to who he is, but it's literally like this little being of pain and static cuts all the static out of what you're hearing, and then you get a moment of clarity as the paws of a sporeback hound make contact with your shoulders and push you down. Sorry gets launched up as you kick your foot up, and he lands directly on like Liu Kane's head. With a little
Sorry.
That's fair. Um Yeah, she can still communicate with you too because you have that link. Because I'm not Blues. I totally pictured her just barking in your face at first too. Like, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's not what's happening though. If only you weren't a scribekin. Like, oh man. All right. Anyway, Blues, what were you saying? You notice that your mask is like oddly following you, like it's tethered to you, but it seems like a little distant, and like it's pulling away from you slightly. Blues. Roll Arcana with disadvantage as your concentration is getting broken by a fungus covered tub. So Blues, you you're still not getting it together yet. Sorry. Can't help you. You're still a little overwhelmed. Yeah. One of the waitresses comes up to Blue, and you see that like where her mouth is a little more broken in like the shape of a smile, and she like bends down and like crouches next to you. Concentration on what? Sorry. On what are you talking about? I did Arcana for a different reason. It's not constant. You're not doing anything. I'm like, where the fuck are you pulling concentration from? I never said the word concentration. No, you have no idea what it was. You're gonna growl at what? That's fair. The waitress is good, like her like mouth is like cracked more into a smile. You hear the porcelain cracking when her face shifts. And then you see eyes form on it. And Blues, for a moment, they are like exactly Tarsevic's eyes. Which he didn't have when he wasn't wearing a mask, but like he did when he was, and they were like this piercing yellow. You're that's it's so no. I'm going to say that you can, because it's cool and you're not in combat right now. So you pull your knife out. I don't even think. Yeah, but you could like just flick your arm kind of shit and throw it. That's what I had pictured. So like Blues, I'm gonna say you had the knife in your sleeve, so you were ready for something. And like that moment is still there. So you launch the knife forward at this unsuspecting waitress who for a moment like you hear this sound that's like glass breaking, then she goes to speak. And then yeah. So my thought process is Liu Kang specified that they growled at the waitress, and in doing so, probably shifted their weight and like they're not holding you down. Oh, so we're gonna let the waitress actually speak. Okay. What do I use for? Go ahead. I mean,
All right. Ah, does this sound like anything? I don't know what this is. I haven't tested this. Okay.
conceited much? No. um.
Can you please stop making everybody afraid and just calm down?
And she just like has like a shot glass held out to you. Oh yeah, it missed. She didn't not even commenting on it. It like it like I'm gonna say like surprisingly was a good toss given your situation, but it went just like wide right. Yeah, like it do. she's gonna like, without even looking at you, she's just gonna like raise it up out of the way.
I know, right? No, this isn't for Beast.
So like they also like have a similar like anatomical issue, right? So she just kind of like does like the head cock and goes, "Oh, I,"
See,
and just like splashes you with it. She's
Sarah goes, well, I hope that helps. Please get your aura under control.
Hey, she just goes to like console some. She's going to like console other patrons and try and snap them out of like the fear state that people in the nearby area are locked in. And you notice that like every other waitress is doing the same thing. And every time they like help somebody else, they kind of like give a glare in your direction, or what you would assume is a glare. They're just like blank faced looking at you. Reika, what are you doing through all of this? So walking throughout this tavern, you notice that like there's everybody around. People are like having drinks and there's games and all that. What you don't notice is there's no shadow duels. There's no like adventurers talking about it seems like this is like a tavern you would have found where you come from. Yeah. I mean, it's still a tavern. Like there's probably an errant fist being thrown in some corner somewhere, but like it's not like everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's, I'm Reika, you look down like a long like stairwell and you go down and you find yourself in this basement and you see that there's just this long lane and there's two people, like a person on either end, and they're just running full speed at each other. Full speed at each other with a fist cocked back, and right before they made contact, they just fucking launched their thing. And they both get sent flying back, and you see somebody come out to measure like how far each got sent flying back. Hey, yeah, I see it. Um, you see, one sec, good. Had one. They're menaces. Reika, you see that like the guys that got launched are being like drug off to the side, and you see there's just like a line of unconscious people from like previous rounds. You see someone set up on either side, and you just hear an announcer now taking bets for the next round. Roll perception. Reika, you turn to leave like this area, and right as you cross the threshold, you actually notice that you got jumped this time by the tavern, and you end up like directly in front of Blues and Lucane. But right before you teleported, you saw that there was gold being traded at that event, not lattice. um I don't know why, but for some reason I just picture Scribble like tucked into Lucane's ear, no matter what form they're in. So like they can't quite do it for the Great Dane, so they have to like kind of poke a hole through the ear to fit. Just Scribble. And they could probably just make a hole for Scribble. Like they're changing their shape, yeah. Oh yeah, because he's a mimic. Yeah. You see or you don't see, but you overhear what sounds like an argument in the distance. You can't make out what one of the voices is saying, but you clearly hear Chovio going.
And I'm telling you, this isn't a tavern at all. I don't know where we are, but it's wrong. It's not trying to help us, it's trying to pacify us.
I legitimately had to mute myself to tell Johnny in stream, like, it's wild that you guessed that. that low key was it was part of the inspiration for the false tavern quotes. So you know what's wild? I enjoyed the movies, and I know the show's supposed to be better, but I just can't get into it. I feel like I missed out back in the day. I never read them, and I feel like I going back to read them now. I don't think I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I thought they were fire. Yeah. It's just something. I think for well, see, I feel like you can only read it as an adult if you enjoyed it as a kid. Personally, like that's why I wouldn't be reading it now. Yeah. What's up, Blues? All right. So, hey, Blues, if you want your little peek behind the curtain, if you would a threshold, a doorway, a window, any crossing of any type, you were gonna end up at that castle. Like, if you would have tried to go outside, fucking awesome. But that's why I specified as soon as you asked Reika, or like I asked if you followed them or if you turned around and went to where they were. Because if you just crossed back across the room, okay, fine. But you said you followed them, so you crossed the threshold. So, all right, I want to take a moment to like smoke and stuff. So let's take 5. I'm interested when I come back to know your thoughts on the whole Tarsovic thing though, Blues. I've been thinking about that shit all day. You know what I just realized I accidentally did? All right, so look. I had to come back from the kitchen to weigh in on this. So, Pitra and Elsabic would be Adam and Eve, and Tarsovic would be Lucifer. But especially like not even in the traditional sense, but like specifically like the Record of Ragnarok versions, if anybody's seen that. Because like, you know what I mean? Like Lucifer was 100% just creeping on Eve there. And like that's what it is. Yeah, I totally understand. I was trying to avoid that assumption, but no matter what, it can be there in a creepy environment. So he wishes. All right, I'll be back. I don't. By the way, I don't know if you already have it, but if you would have did well enough, like with interacting with him, like if you would have did what he wanted, you probably would have immunity to fear. But not like not like a real immunity. It's more like a mastery. Like you feel the fear and you don't care. Which you kind of already have. It's just not as much of a mastery. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's not really. It's I'm splitting hairs because like of how things went, but like I know how it's built in my mind, and you know what I mean. But I keep getting distracted. Yeah, I'll get them to you tomorrow, probably. Hey Reika. Hey Reika. Reika. I feel like your character is exactly what you have made your character. Okay. It made me think of Kinger from Amazing Digital Circus. All right, game time. We got this. Let's go. What's going on? Are you gonna fight the mannequins? What? Well, I'd say time wise, like an hour passes before you gain a grasp on your fear because you only got a 3 on your Arcana roll. But like over time, you realize like your mask is pulling away because it wants you to take control, and so you have to like reach out and kind of will it back. And then eventually, once it gets close enough, I mean, kinda. That's what I pictured. But like eventually once it gets close enough within your control, like you notice that everybody around you like breathes out at the same time and all rise, and like everybody goes back to what they were doing. Nobody addresses it at all. Oh. No, it's still floating beside you, but you notice that like your face has almost like a copy of it. You switch to it, and the one hovering around you like glows for a moment, like a bright blue, and then becomes your face again. Now, on top of that, you see, like while you're actively focusing on your fear mask, you see like a faint trace of blue energy in everybody. And like some people it's brighter, and some people it's darker, some people it's bigger. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think in that hour time, Liu Kang is no longer wild shaped. Pretty sure wild shape lasts an hour. Sorry, I'm eating my dinner late. I'm powering through it real quick. um. So you're so I don't know why I assigned blue to fear. I think it's because most people would do purple, and I don't like that because I like purple. But like Garuk has like this fucking sapphire blue like aura, and it's concentrated in his hands. Okay. Roll. I'd say charisma, right? I feel like that's what would counter fear. A 12, for Garuk, I'd say would be enough. This, so you see, yeah, I know that's so like I know one that's gonna be really this, I want to say there's two things. I think you're gonna get a double for him. So the first thing you see is everybody's around the fire and chilling. And then like you're looking down and you see like you're looking from Garuk's perspective. And then you see the dinner and you go to pet it, and then next thing you know, it's just like dead on the ground. Everything around you is dark. The fire put out. Everyone around the fire gone. Then dinner gone. Everything but Garuk vanishes, and he's just there staring at his hands, alone in a void. Because he's terrified of being alone. Blues, you know, like you get that insight specifically, and you feel a pull towards Garuk because you know what his fear is and that you can maybe help it. Honestly, if you could read his mind right now, it's probably just constantly like, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Like he's just like he sees what you saw right now. The dream version of him breaking the chicken's back was super dramatic. It like rips in half and blood splatters everywhere. and then after, before he looks down at his hand, a fucking beam of fire just comes down. Because Reika smote the chicken. Dude, that's the, you actually noticed that fodder was at the fire, but it was no, it's worse. As soon as the chicken like fell to the ground, he sees fodder's chest just burst open and all color leaves him as the green and purple poison take over. Say, yeah. Oh yeah. And now you don't have a way to find out what happened to dinner. Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean, no, I mean like. So, so Blues, you're gonna try and help him with the wrong information. Okay, what are you doing to Garuk? Sorry? Yeah. Garuk doesn't know you have the core, by the way. He just knows that it happened. Garuk's leg? Yeah, that's fair. He's like 10 foot tall, yeah. Just hugging a dick. That Garuk, stops. He stops looking at his hands long enough to recognize Blue's there, and then he just like reaches over and like pats Blue's on the back. I really should roll for that, but I'm not going to. He's been through enough. That one was crazy. All right. But and then like you see like a half smile form on Garuk's face as he he wipes tears away. He's gonna like at first he really appreciates the gesture, and then he's like, okay, this is a little weird now. Fuck, my live turned itself off again. What the fuck, dude? I mean, there isn't. I don't have. I mean, the only when I'm switching maps, but I can tell you before I do that. Oh, by the way, quick announcement: you all should be really hyped for next session. I got an iPad today that I can use as a stream deck, so I can efficiently switch between multiple characters' voices and like actually use sound sometimes. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's also gonna help my stream in general, but like it's really gonna help D&D. But like I think it's gonna be a huge game changer for me. I'm really excited about it. It was supposed to be here on fucking Wednesday, and I would have had it set up and be using it right now, but it didn't get here till today. And I'm like, I gotta get ready for tonight. I'll deal with it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's crazy story. My wife, we had to call Comcast tech support. She was like text chatting with them or whatever because my internet was down that one day. Not D&D day, it was a different day. It happens. And the tech support guy was trying to pick her up the whole time. And so we ended up with faster internet and a free iPad for less money for like 2 years. My wife said, I can't believe you sold me out for an iPad. And I'm like, you're the one that's talking to the guy. I didn't sell you out for shit. You already have an iPad. It's my turn. Honestly, I'm a little bummed out it's not a Samsung, but it was free, so. Yeah. It's going to help me so much. I got a case and shit coming for it, and it's going to be great. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Garuk, like once you finally let go of the hug, you notice that he's just like sitting there, just fully just eating a huge drumstick. don't know if he's cured, but yeah. um. I mean, is it not? Too many Liu Kanes. What's up, Reka? Yeah, Chovia.
Yeah, I see. I'm responding. Bastard. You can understand me. I sound better now. Anyway, yeah, well, at least one of us knows that this isn't the proper tavern. This fool over here is convinced that we're in the right place.
He points to like the human sitting next to him. Nice, buddy. The cotton candy gone. As soon as you put the lattice down, you feel 5 sets of eyes just lock on you. It depends on how enveloped you are with Garuk still. Well, yeah, you probably see it with your passive. You reach into the mannequin waitress's pocket, or the porcelain waitress's pocket. I don't know why I keep calling them mannequins, they're porcelain. And you rifle around and you feel what seems like it might be a key. And you pull it out, And as you do, you notice that she is no longer staring at Reika. Her head, like her body is still turned towards Reika, but her head is locked directly on you. Her mouth opens into this large gaping maw, and you just see splinters of porcelain like teeth in like just an endless spiral. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But like the teeth are made of like porcelain. Yeah. That's my favorite season. Oh yeah, it's totally initiative. I love the Leviathan. I love them so much. Ah, they drug it a little. They drug it a little bit longer than they needed to, but only a little bit. I feel like it needed a season, but not like at least half a one. Sorry. Yeah. The only thing that changed is your new abilities. No. Um, uh, jeez, this is gonna be a pain to track. Yeah. Do me a favor and type your character name followed by initiative and roll 20 for me. Oh, so so actually, from Reika's perspective, as far as you know, you put down this anger lattice. Every one of the waitresses locked eyes on you, and then they all like their mouths just split open. And as far as you know, you caused this. Oh, that's way more ominous. I'm just gonna start calling him that. It's just called the staff. Keep calling them the waitresses. Hey, Wolfie might. No, nope. Oh yeah, hold on. Somebody roll him for me, please. If you give me a moment, if you give me a moment, I can get a character sheet for him for whoever wants. Uh, where's my messages with Will actually? Do. I don't have it anymore. Oh well, I'll have to get you Garuk's sheet in a minute. Eat. All right. Sorry about the delay, y'all. All right. I got this re-pulled from the archive, so I do not know how accurate it is. We can change it as we need to. There you go, Blues. Yeah. He's homebrew. Yeah, I made him up. I don't even know how Hanami did with it. I hope it's good. Cause like we made it before, but I asked him to remake it and it might not be the same. Cause I changed it to level 6. He's got a level like on you all. All right. Did you roll his 7? Oof, that's rough. So it's definitely the mannequins first. Ooh, I need everybody to make a wisdom save. It's on damage. Damage and removes your ability to take reactions. All right, it's DC 15. All right, so that's 18 psychic damage to Reika and 9 to the others. Nice. So it's 4 round of 4. Wait, why do you have the 4 again? Oh, okay. Okay. Reika, you cannot take reactions until the end of your next turn, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll. Still. Okay, this one is going to attack at Blues. This one here, sorry. Ooh, that's a hit. Hold on. That's a nat 1. So definitely gonna miss you. Ah. And it's going to actually like it's going to it's going to go to backhand you, and instead it like spins its whole body around and is now facing the opposite direction. I'm gonna say that you have advantage when you go to attack it. This one is going to close the gap here and also try and backhand you, Blues. Yeah, the tavern's weird. Remember, AI generated map. Yeah, that's a 21 to hit. Or no, that's a 22 to hit. That's 10 psychic damage. And I need you to make a wisdom save. Ooh, you lucky. All right. Okay, this one is going to attack Reika. Okay. Reika. Yeah, we'll see. This you're not gonna get hit. I already know this. I don't know why I'm asking. That's a 19, so no. So the staff goes to backhand you, Reika, and its hand just completely like goes over your head. What else am I gonna do in that situation? Wasn't a fail. It was just a miss. I gotta check. What's my HP? Oh shit. Guess what, guys? I've got multi-attack. That's not what I was looking for. It's just really funny that I found it. I don't remember what I was looking up. Oh, their HP. Okay. Yeah. We're good. Okay. All right. That's fair. Did it not roll? Roll the fucking does. Oh, I thought it was the 11. I thought the 9 is what was there. That's the last one I rolled. Ah, well then the 9. Okay. Well, a 16 doesn't hit Reika, so Reika is bitching for nothing. Well, in fairness, I could technically go back and do 2 more attacks on blues right now. No. But I mean, yeah, it would. Their turn hasn't ended. What do you mean? This one's going to run up and get up on Lucane. And Lucane's gonna get it's going to first it's gonna go to backhand you. Like it was doing to like you seen it do to your homies. That's 15. Damn. And now you see like when the backhand, yeah, it's crazy. It's on both of their melee weapons too. After the backhand misses, you see like claws come out and they try to swipe back the other direction. And that's gonna be another crit fail. She's going to miss you and stab herself in the chest. You don't need to know that. It was its attack. Nah, I can roll the damage. Hold on. Where is the attack? It's another thing. I can't wait to have like more room to have like character sheets ready. That's 12. Or not 12, not 12. 9. 9 damage. 9 damage. She does 9 damage to herself as you just see like an indent where each claw went into her chest. Got one more, right? Yeah. This one. This one's gonna run straight through dinner towards the fray over here, but it's going to attack Chovio actually. It goes to backhand Chovio and it misses. And then as it goes to like claw at him, Chovio just like puts his stein in the way of the attack. And he just, hold on, I don't have my shit ready anymore.
You know, you were a lot nicer a couple minutes ago.
He just takes his stein and like smacks the doll over the head with it. You just see her head shatter to pieces and her body crumbles. And then he takes a sip and sits back down. Thank you. I'm actively changing my cart on my pen. All right, it's whoever's next turn. You guys typed them, yeah. Hold on, the raccoon's on my porch. Yeah. He's a big one, and my dog is very distraught by him being around. This is like our third one. The other ones got hit. All right, what is it? What's your to hit? Sorry. Does not. Nope. Fucking nope. No bueno. Oh, hey, Reika, before you do anything else, make a charisma save. Oh, wait. I lied. It's also wisdom. Yeah. No, it's just wisdom. I lied. I thought it was charisma. It's wisdom.
Raccoon was you a minute ago. Nope, that's not why.
It's not fear. It is charmed. Let me just tell you, there's going to be a lot of wisdom saves throughout this fight. Yeah, you're good on that save, though. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead and do your turn, Rake. I was gonna say, when the fuck did Reka go Scottish? Did that come with the level in Barbarian? Make a wisdom save again. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh man. All right. So you feel like a brief sensation of like a memory trying to force its way to the front of your mind, but it subsides and yeah, you're good. Strength and strength, right? Is that how do we do grapple? Is there a roll for grapple or is it just a thing? Okay. I thought so. I just was second guessing it. So, Reka, what do you got? That's not great. All right, I got a 16. I will say she does put up more resistance than you expected from something that looks so fragile. Like there's a moment where you don't think you're going to take her down and then you do.
I feel like the hammer in your hand would have been more effective, you know? I feel like the hammer in your hand would have been more effective for that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Reka's first rage. That's great. Lucane? How does Garrig's sheet look, Blues, by the way? Cool. We can tweak it as needed. Plus, well, I would say plus, yeah, he is just like a nice little like side, like get out of jail, take some hits. Yeah. There's a big difference between those two numbers. Okay. Yeah, that hits. That hits. Yeah, that hits. Garuk, yes, but there's factors that might cost him that in the process. You'll see. Oh, Lucane, I need you to make a wisdom save real fast. Yeah, because all right. You're good. I just it might have negated your attack, but you're good. Your attacks go through. What was the damage again? So you're clawing at her, right? Biting, good. You rip one of her arms off with your teeth. You just feel you feel a satisfying crunch enough to break the arm free, but not shatter it into pieces, and then you're able to launch it behind you. You do have a couple cuts in your mouth though. Take 2 damage. All right, take 1 then. So just imagine biting down on a walking toilet, you know, like. Garuk. Garuk Stormfist. Stonefist. He is a storm. He needs to make a wisdom save. So he goes to attack the doll, but then he remembers that this is the doll, the staff. This is the staff that brought him his chicken leg earlier. So he stops mid swing and just stands there. Nope. Is that it? All right. Oh, I told you he didn't make that sheet great. Well, I guess he's supposed to have a couple different. I'll have to redo it later. No, he stopped before doing the attack. He stopped before doing the attack at all, either way. Well, then that takes us back to the dolls, or I keep trying to call them the dolls. Because like I'm picturing that there's a very first iteration that Hanami gave me for them, and it's ingrained in my brain even though it's not the one I used. And it's like this it's literally just like a porcelain doll, but it was a boy, and I was like, that's not the vibe I'm going for. Anyway. Hey buddy. This one's going to not be able to do much because he's currently underneath a Reika, but he can still attack, so he's gonna attack Reika twice. That's going to be a 25 and a 19. So, Reika, does the 25 hit you? I'm pretty sure, but I have to ask at this point. All right, that's going to be 8 slashing damage and 4 psychic damage. You're gonna attack him again. They don't have any reason to fight him off. Oh wait, I already rolled twice, didn't I? Yeah. All right. This one's going to attack Lucane.
Hey, Dad.
What?
May I have an ice cream cone?
No,
Why?
because I'm in the middle of something, buddy.
Mom's not here.
You gotta give me a minute, dude. Honestly, it's probably too late. You can have some later or tomorrow. I mean, well, that's going to be 5 slashing and 5 psychic damage. Call it 2. Yeah, you round down. Yeah. How dare you make me roll Constitution? Well, that's a 15 on the die, so. Both of these are going to attack Garuk twice. So we're just gonna roll 4 d20s and see what happens. So we got 9, 19, 12, and 26. 2 hit. 2 hit. Yeah. 12 plus 7 is 19, and 19 plus 7 is 27. No, 2 attacks hit. That was all 4 attacks. 2 of the attacks hit. I mean, if I say, well, first of all, if I say it hits. But no, here, let me do this. So that's a total of 23 damage. That's 10 if it's psychic, and 13 is slashing. Did you not eat? Then no, it's too late for a snack. You can have fruit. Huh? If there is any. No. Because I just told Sean no on that. Sean, you can have a popsicle if there is any. Okay, that's it for their turn. That's Reika. Oh, blues. What?
Speaking of ice cream, I still have my frosty.
You can have that, I guess.
I want this.
Okay, cool.
Mm,
I don't think you're allowed that upstairs.
I know this is wrong.
Yeah. Yep. Uh, 15. Oh, you're lucky. Damn it. That hits. Ah, the turntables. Nat 20. Okay. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you can, I think, but I don't remember if that's I don't remember if that's a real rule or if that's Baldur's Gate rule. It's called threatened in Pathfinder, but I don't know if it's a thing in D&D. Is it? Well, you're not flanking him though. He would have to be on the opposite side. Yeah. All right. Who's after blues? Good. Reika. Roll to hit with advantage. I think that only applies on the first. Yeah, it's just the first time. It's called unsettling familiarity. The first time a creature targets a waitress, it must succeed or hesitate. Yeah. This is the first damage this one's taken, right? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, oh, that does matter specifically. You're right. You're going to shatter her. Reika, you go to headbutt it, and the first time it was a little more resistant than you thought. So you go in the second time and just give it even more force, and your head just plows through it like it was made out of paper, and you actually headbutt the floor a little bit. As her body crumbles into 1,000 shards.
It's about time you took care of that one.
Yeah, no, I know. That's funny. Okay. That hits. That hits. And their AC's 16, by the way. Just to help. All your extra damage shit. No, no, I rolled last time. Oh. Well, I failed that con save for sure. 3, yeah. Okay. Okay. Uh, as an image, and then. All right. These things are hurt. You notice that this one's cracked significantly. Uh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, it's cracked a little bit. The one above Garuk's not touched. Okay. Is that it for Lucane? Then Garuk. Now we can actually do something. 16 hits. That's a pretty good chunk. On save. Got you. Not good. Nah. That's fun. Which one? Sorry. This one? Yeah. Cool. They fly back into this wall, actually. What? Well, that's just how it showed their token get there. That doesn't necessarily mean that's how they got there. So it's their turn. You notice that they're all like in very bad shape and cracked and worse for wear. And then they all collapse to the ground. And then their shards begin to fly through the air. You hear the porcelain flying through the air and clinking off each other. They recondense, and I need probably no dexterity. No, it's against being restrained. DC 16. Yeah. No. All right, so that's 22 bludgeoning for you and 11 for anyone over 16. Reika, you are restrained as you see a bunch of like porcelain arms come shooting out of like around the torso of this being. And it seems like they just disappear into nothing as they reach out and grab and rake at you. It's going to move forward slightly and make 3 attacks on blues. So I know the 2 doesn't hit. Yeah, 2 of those definitely hit though. So that's 23 damage, 9 is psychic, and 14 is slashing. Yeah. Okay. That's its turn. That takes us to Reika. No, blues. Blues, sorry. I keep thinking Reika's before you. No. Nothing. Y'all don't want them to get another turn. That's all. Yes. Yeah. Mm. I got a 20, 30. this fight's humbling Reika a little bit. Lucane, you could smite or something, couldn't you? Oh. See, I'm not a fan of martial classes personally. I mean, just do something reckless and get Reika killed, I guess. You got backup characters. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Hey, that's my bit. Oh. Yeah, that's it. So you guys see Sporeback Lucane just going to town on this thing, finding every crack that they can, ripping it apart. And then you notice that they're falling apart in places that Lucane's not even touching. My live turned itself off again, but it's almost over. I'm not gonna bother. Where's that ability? Hey, you just hear fucking, where's that voice? Here it is.
Please remain calm.
And it just explodes and sends out this wave of energy and porcelain shards everywhere. And I need wisdom save from everybody. You might not be as dead as you think, but it's going to be a wild roll. Okay. Okay. DC 16. What you get, Reika? Nice. Yes, yes. Not permanent. It makes you stunned if you failed your save. No. I need to know why you're asking that question. I'm not using the specific wording you're trying to force me to use until I know what trap you're setting. That's... Yeah, but it sounds like you're trying to use it in a way that you shouldn't. Well, you can change it to a success. You're still going to take a lot of damage. That's fine. So, before I roll this, so do it. Okay. So you all save. That being said, this is 10d8. Dude, no way I did 26 twice. All right, so 26. That's 52. 52 psychic damage. On what? That's not an attack roll. Nah. Oh, hey, what was Garruk's save? What was Garruk's save? All right, so he takes the half, the 26. Yeah. Say 52 total, 26 half. Wait, what? How are you cutting? How are you cutting the half in half? Okay, cool. You survived. Lucane? Lucane? Guys, if this timing happens to work out, oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, who? All right, what are you at, Reika? You're alive at 1 HP. Wait, Garruk passed, but how he took 26 damage. Garruk's not dead. Wait, Garruk's not dead? I thought you said nobody died? It was. Reika, you're so lucky. You're so Reika, I low key was legit like this was gonna be the moment. Like this was gonna be your like, all right, Reika can die here. So I feel like Reika might start to take on that. Will something just fucking kill me? I want to say a couple things real fast. I had no plans on that combat at like me making it happen. Originally, it was a fail safe in case you just attack the staff. And the second phase was made up. They were just gonna reform until you could get all 5 shattered in one turn. Yeah, but I'm getting tired, so I don't remember off the top of my head. Honestly, once a certain point happens, like sometimes HP stops mattering as much because you fucking destroy them. You know? Yes. Yeah. No, it does not. No, so wild shapes is basically a free health bar. Like anyway, real quick. Blues. What is your opinion on your mask being separate? And that thought didn't even cross my mind until you said it, and I was like, oh shit. I will say it was very coincidental that when you tried to dodge him, you got like the same exact roll, and that's why I had you dodge him the same way, and he was able to predict it. I'm glad. I've been giddy all day. I wrote that this morning, like on my way to what. So I've been planning the Tarcivic encounter for a while, but I didn't know how to make it happen without it feeling rammed in. And you guys just happened to end up in the False Tavern, and I was like, oh well, the False Tavern's perfect for this. But I am. Oh no, yeah, you still have to figure that out. Well, I will say you're more likely to end up back at floor 3 before the actual tavern. And I know that's upsetting to some and not to others. You can long rest anywhere. But that's it for this time. I'm so bummed out that my TikTok stream ended itself like 3 times. That's super whack. I don't know. Twitch just let me down so much.